Boom. All right, what's going on, you guys? It's Royce Jacob. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to talk to you guys about how I made over $50,000 in one day trading options on Robinhood. All right, so as some of you may know, I have made videos similar to this in the past, and each time I make one of these videos, I want to bring something a little different to the table, provide a little extra value. All right, so let's quickly go over how I want to structure this video, and then we'll dive in. Okay, so first things first, of course, we got to validate the title, and as you can see here in front of us, I do have my Robinhood account mirrored for you guys on my laptop screen on my phone. Okay, so just a little up and down. We'll go to the week and day for you guys. Okay, so again, you guys, we will cover this. I will give you guys some of my thoughts on days like today, how days like today were possible, go into my trading strategy a little bit just for those of you who may not be familiar, and yeah, that's how we're gonna kick the video off. Okay, so I want to get straight to the point, cut to the chase, but after that, I do want to read this newsletter, the beginning to the newsletter I sent out this morning. So we will remove the Robinhood mirror after once we go on to read this. But this was the intro to the newsletter that I sent out to obviously the portfolio and newsletter family this morning. I did write this intro with the intention of reading it to you guys because I wanted to not only celebrate days like today with the newsletter family, but for the entire YouTube family, for the Waves fam as a whole. Okay. So once again, we'll cover the Robinhood, just talk some shop, get straight down to business, and then we'll come here and I do just have some, I really want to share this with you guys, so I hope you guys stick around because I did take, I felt really good about writing this morning, and again, I really am excited to share this with you guys, okay? Just going into some of my thoughts, some of the principles that I take away after days like today, just psychological things, because this is such a psychologically taxing game at times, such an emotional roller coaster, so we will cover that, and yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll also, at the end, I do want to, as Robinhood states right here, let's actually go back here quick. So as Robinhood states right here, you can see the first notification that you can see right is titled, "The markets are experiencing significantly volatile and potentially increased risks. Be an informed investor." All right, so I do definitely want to give you guys my thoughts on the current market environment right now. We're in a wild market environment, you guys. I truly do believe we're experiencing even more of a paradigm shift in the way the markets are operating than in March during the liquidity crisis or over the course of this whole year. I want to give you guys my thoughts on all the craziness with short squeezes, GameStop, etc. You guys know the deal there. So just giving you guys my thoughts on the overall market environment, and I think we actually will read through this. I really like Robinhood as a company, and I trust they have something meaningful to say here if they're making it everyone's first notification. Okay, it's a good for every trader, especially because sometimes these videos attract a newer audience, of course. So I do want to read over this with you guys and just give you guys my thoughts on how to stay safe in these markets, because I agree 100% with Robinhood that we are in a very, very crazy, volatile market environment. Okay, thankfully we're on the right side of the trade, so let's get into that. Just talk this. So as you guys can see, I did close out the day at $42,000. So before we get into this at all, I do want to also make it very clear to you guys, I say this every time, every one of these videos, that this is not a normal day. Okay, I have seen days like this in the past. Obviously, you guys can go check out videos in the past. I probably made like 4 or 5 now at this point, where I've seen crazy big days, and we're always scaling up, and it's so awesome to see that. And obviously, it makes sense that you're gonna get bigger and bigger days over time as you scale your account, as you learn and grow as a trader. So I'm blessed to do this. I want to make it also very clear that this is not to brag at all. I don't want to brag. This is a celebration of hard work, and I'll get into that once we read the newsletter, because I dialed in some of my thoughts there, so we'll get into that after. But again, straight down to business. As you guys can see here, at one point was up almost $54,000 on the day, or 30% for my trading account. For the week, we were up just about $67,000, which is 44%. This is an exceptional week as well. So it was a very good week, not only a good day, but I'm very thankful and fortunate. We're blessed, you guys, for a great week. So that's great. I did say made $50,000 a day. Keep in mind, you guys, this is just one of my honestly, not to brag, for real, this is one of my many trading accounts. This is definitely my higher risk trading account. This is what I trade options on. Okay, so let's talk about that. Once again, just to cover the 50K plus, we were up about $54,000 at the peak this morning, 8:40 a.m. for me in Hawaii. Okay, so that was the peak. Again, you can see my buying power is only at like $4,000. So I did not realize many of those profits, because actually some of the names that we're going to cover, I will let you guys know which names were the primary drivers, the primary catalyst behind today's price action once we cover the newsletter, because it's in there. One of the names is actually up over 20% in after hours trading. So tomorrow is going to be even more blockbuster, I'm assuming. Let's hope so. Let's keep our fingers crossed. But it's really looking good in after hours trading. Again, we'll talk about that a little more later, and yeah, you guys. So that's pretty much that. We're not gonna dive too deep into that. I trust you guys. I trust you guys. Trust is real. One more time, I guess, just to do a little extra validation for those of you who may still be questioning. I trust the Waves fam to get what's going on here, but again, you guys, I didn't realize the profit, so I didn't technically make $50,000. I'm sure you guys get that, but again, the portfolio, this Robinhood portfolio specifically. Appreciated in value by over $50,000 at one point today, closing it out at $42,000. But again, on the week, up almost $70,000 on the week. Again, I assume I might, in all honesty, might hit $100,000. Might hit my first $100,000 week tomorrow. So maybe I'll make a video about that. I'll probably just talk about it in some random or whatever analysis we happen to record next. But yeah, super fortunate, super blessed, you guys. I'm trying to keep a level head here. It's days like this are amazing. It's emotional. And that's why I want to get to this, okay? Just to really thank you guys and appreciate you guys, okay? So let's move. We'll move this above my head. We'll just keep it there because we are going to come back to it a little later. But again, I really want to read over this real quick. So actually, let's see if we can get. All right, let's see if we can get this a little more to the side. Sorry about that. Hold on. Come on. There we go. Okay, perfect. All right. Let's go, Waves fam. Today is personally the single best day I've ever had in my Robinhood account. Always learning, always scaling, always looking ahead, proud, but never satisfied, baby. Moving out, so you can see here again, I got this at a pretty good time. Up, account was at about 228K, up 51,000 at the time I took this picture and shared it with the newsletter family. Days like today are a byproduct of years of dedication, days of staring at charts, hours of uncertainty, ups and downs, green and red. Regardless of which side of the volatility you may fall on, it all contributes to your skill level as a trader. It builds character and experience. Those are the two most important assets you can own in this life. More specifically in trading, you guys, there's a lot of great characteristics you should own aside from that. But in trading, again, building character and experience, it's so important in this game, which is such a long game that we're playing, okay? It's very important to remember too. This is a very, very long game. It seems very volatile right now, but ultimately this is a game we can play for life. You just got to keep your head in shape, and that's even more. That's a good incentive to stay healthy, right? So again, you guys prioritize your health as well. I'm not going to go into that, but as you guys know, I never want you to copy me. But I know that in reality, we all may have similar positions. And in situations like this, that makes me happier than any dollar amount I'll ever accumulate. Trust me, I love games. This is my game, my sport, my profession, my passion, honestly. But knowing that my team is thriving means so much more. Community is where true fulfillment comes from, and I can't thank each and every one of you enough for taking part. My riders, I love you guys, for real. Cheers to the day and cheers to the future. Treat you and your loved ones to a beautiful meal tonight. It's important to celebrate when smart work pays off. So again, you guys, a little sappy, I guess, here, but again, days like today are emotional. They're so like such a roller coaster of emotions, and that's why I want to share these experiences with you guys. Again, dollar amount. For many of you who have followed me for a while, like the 30K in a week, that video is my most viewed video, and we've come so far just since then. Obviously, put in more work than I ever have in my life. I'm working harder than I ever have before, and it's paying off. And the beauty of putting the time into the markets and educating yourself and continuing to just sharpen that sword, that sharpen your craft, it pays off financially. Like your progress is directly correlated to the amount of financial gains you're seeing. Okay, so that's the beauty of the markets. That's why I love the markets. But once again, I don't. Let's keep reading this, and then I'll move on a little bit. All right, I'll be including that intro in a video today. You guys know that I can't not make a celebratory video on my single biggest trading day ever. That said, we have business to attend to. The market is an absolutely wild arena right now, so we'll use this to segue into maybe going back to Robinhood. All right, the market is an absolutely wild arena right now. I really want you guys to understand that taking some profits off of the table is always a wise decision on days like today, regardless of whether you remain bullish on a play. Profits have been taken and capital has been reallocated. We have some bangers to cover today. We'll cover Moderna, XNet, Mara, Sundial, and finish it off with AOYI. Okay, so the primary drivers for me personally behind today's price action were Moderna and Sundial. All right, XNet did me pretty well too, actually. So Moderna, XNet, and Sundial were the primary drivers. Again, Sundial specifically, Sundial Growers is a cannabis company, and they are up. At one point, they were up over 30% in after-hours trading as I'm recording this video. So tomorrow is let's cross our fingers for a great day. I'm assuming it's going to be pretty good. I don't know. This market is so insane. Once again, which we will get into. That you never know what happens. But again, those just to give you guys an idea. Those are the players that helped me do it today. Okay, so. If you guys You know what? Here, we'll talk about. I'm gonna shout out the portfolio. Of course, I got to use this video to shout out the portfolio. I could never feel less guilty for shouting out the newsletter and portfolio group, because we are eating like absolute kings and queens waves, fam. You know what? I'll just do this right now, and then I'll talk, because I want to talk to you guys about how I trade. Sorry, I forgot to cover that, which is options. I trade options contracts on the Robinhood account. So we'll get into that a little bit after. But again, you guys, if you want one of these bad boys in your email inbox every trading day during market hours, along with a complete breakdown of my entire portfolio on this Teachable website, you guys can hit the first link in the description. It is a complete breakdown of literally my entire portfolio, probably close to 60 positions total, that I do update every single trading day. Every time I make a trade, I update it. With every update, I send out a comprehensive email newsletter explaining my thoughts, rationalizing my trades. Even if I'm not trading, I will let you guys know what I'm seeing on the charts, what I'm excited about that day, and of course, we'll include things like this in intros and just let you guys know what I'm thinking in real time if you guys are interested in that. So again, newsletter fam, Waves fam, True Waves fam, please comment down below. Leave some testimonials if you're eating well, if you were seeing some green yourself. Again, I never want you guys to copy me, but I want you guys to learn from my wins, from my losses, from my mistakes and whatnot. So here, let's actually open this back up. Okay, so yeah, if you guys are interested in that complete portfolio daily newsletter, first link in the description. I really appreciate it if you check it out. And again, I seriously could not feel less guilty plugging this right now. And again, it would honestly be foolish of me not to do it on a day like today. So again, check that out. I put a lot of work into it. I take a lot of pride in it. So I appreciate it if you guys check it out. Again, first link in the description, $15 a month. If not, no worries at all though. So let's get back in here. Okay, so let's open. Okay, yeah, right there. Let's open this guy back up, and then we'll expand this, and then I want to give you guys my thoughts on the market environment. So let's actually expand this. Once again, I will talk to you guys about how I trade. So for those of you, once again, who aren't familiar, maybe this is your first time on the channel, I swing trade options contracts. So a typical trade for me will last anywhere from 1 week to months at times. Okay, so it's all dependent on the macroeconomic environment, and the way I dictate my trades. I want you guys to know as well that I did not make any of this playing GameStop, playing these shorts that are getting so much hype right now. That is part of this paradigm shift that we're about to talk about. I played, again, plays like Moderna, like Sundial. Like I like to spot on my channel art on my page. If you go to the YouTube homepage, whatever, my channel art says investor in revolutionary stocks and assets. And that's what I like to look for. I like to look for revolutionary opportunities, things, companies, sectors that will change the world. That's why we focus so much on this channel. Cryptocurrency, biotech, EVs, blockchain, etc. Like, there's so many exciting things that will truly change the landscape of the world, of future generations. And those are the industries now more than ever in 2020 and 2021 that are going to excel, because there's so much interest in the story stocks. Like, story matters so much and vision matters so much in today's market environment. Okay, so that's what I look for. That is, like, I wish I don't use scanners. I never have used a stock scanner in my life. I don't use solely technicals. I spot fundamental momentum, or I should say I spot fundamental patterns that I believe will create momentum behind sectors. I invest in those stocks. Again, just years and years in this game has just given me kind of somewhat of a sixth sense. Again, I want to keep my ego in check, because I'm wrong. I'm definitely wrong. Shout out to you guys. Let me know. I've definitely been wrong before. But as long as you're right most of the time, which fortunately I have been, and it's led me to financial success and success on here, obviously, because if I was full of crap, I probably wouldn't have a following at all. So again, fortunately, the hard work has paid off. And again, you guys, it's just a testament to just time and just skin in the game, just time putting into it. I spend hours a day researching. This is my life. Again, this is my passion. I'm fortunate to where my passion is such a lucrative endeavor for me. And yeah, I just want you guys to keep that in mind. Just keep working hard, because if I can do it, you guys can do it. Trust me. Okay. So that said, let's move on to this. So we'll read this, and then I'll give you guys my overview of the market environment. All right. So the stock market has been super volatile. How can I make sense of it? At its core, volatility is a measure of change. Short-term investors might perceive volatility as a potential risk, but long-term investors don't necessarily see it as the same way. Volatility can be heightened during times of great uncertainty. Okay. In the wake of COVID-19 pandemic, global markets have experienced a meltdown. Some countries closed their borders. This is the first time I'm reading this, you guys. So I'm going to try to quickly scan for what I feel like is important to relate to you guys. In response, In the U.S., despite a $2 trillion economic stimulus package and government funding for emergency business loans, White House advisors project a jobless rate of 16% or more in April. Response to the crisis, stock market volatility has been absolutely wild, with major benchmarks leaping and dividing 5% or more from day to day. When stocks deviate substantially from their average prices, that means volatility is high. But even with everything that's going on, for potential investors, it's vital to think about how volatility with a clear head consider how it might affect their plans. Okay, so again, you guys, it's very important to remember. We talked about this since the economy. Shoot, I shouldn't have. Whatever. That's all right. We can lock it up. There's no need to do this. Okay, so again, you guys, it's very important to remember that the economy is still objectively in a bad place. The primary reason that the markets are going up, that everything aside from the U.S. dollar is climbing, appreciating in value, is because we've printed trillions of it. Value, what used to be, even just as soon as last year, like what investors, what we used to consider as value in a company and proper valuation, PE ratio, etc., has completely been thrown out the window with, again, story stocks with cool revolutionary industries, which is, again, is great for us, but it is just a paradigm shift. And with what's been going on with GameStop and whatnot, I'm just gonna leave this here. With what's been going on with GameStop, with some of the AMC, you guys, like, I'm not touching these stocks. That's not my lane. I love how retail traders are sticking it to the man, and we are seeing a paradigm shift in the sense that institutions forever have controlled, have dictated the movement of the market. The whales, the rich, the mega wealthy, the ivory towers have dictated so much of general direction in the markets. And now with that, we have so much access to information. We have places like YouTube, places like Reddit. I've personally never been on Reddit, but Wall Street Bets, I should probably check it out just for research purposes. I honestly have never, but Wall Street Bets, huge subreddit, and it's the retail trader, it's the hive mind that's able to dictate these moves and once again I don't want to say like stick to the man, but hedge funds, institutional players, whales who've shorted some of these stocks that are just going. I mean, GameStop, like, what, 15x in a week or something? That's insane. That's unprecedented, and that's very, very dangerous because GameStop is on the verge of bankruptcy as far as financials are concerned. So we're just in a crazy market environment, you guys, and I want that to be very, very clear. And I do personally have ways of hedging my portfolio. I believe no matter how bullish you are on a stock, on the market overall, it's always important to hedge your portfolio to some extent. With other plays, again, shout out to Newsletter Portfolio Group. You guys know the deal there. But again, it's just very, very important to keep in mind that we're in a wild market environment. It's awesome that I get to create content like this. Again, I'm so fortunate, I'm so blessed, and again, I put in so much hard work. So it is more. I'm fortunate, blessed, but I did put in the hard work, and I do feel like I earn it, and I deserve this, and it feels good. Days like today feel super good, and again, it feels even better knowing that so many of you, I get so many messages on days like today, like, that's it. I'm helping you guys potentially change your lives and create life-changing wealth for some of you who really need it, and that's super sick. And I seriously, like, I appreciate you guys so much, and for sure don't get choked up. Come on. All right, for sure don't get choked up right now. I'm all right, but it really does make me emotional. I'm making a conservative effort to not get choked up right now, and I just want to say I appreciate you guys so much from the bottom of my heart for like making this so much. I seriously wouldn't be here without you guys. Like, I have the incentive to work that much harder for you guys, and that it reflects in the portfolio, and it makes your lives better, hopefully. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I'm super pumped, and I'm super happy and fortunate and blessed to be in the position I am. So we'll call it there, you guys. It's getting harder to control the choke up, so we'll call it there, you guys. I truly appreciate you for watching if you're still around, and until next time, you guys, I'll catch you in the call. As always, leave a comment down below. Love talking to you guys, love learning from you guys, and again, we're one big community, big happy family here. So I'll catch you guys downstairs. Until next time, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace.